Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play.
And good day, everyone. Welcome to another JK deal reveal. And you might notice I've got a special background today. So let me show it to you a little bit better here. I am in the 8th bedroom of our 8.5 bedroom short-term rental in Florida. This is the Harry Potter night bus. Comes equipped with a beautiful slide. And so this is our short-term rental. And for those of you who are Harry Potter fans, you'll know that the night bus is not a double-decker bus, but a triple-decker bus. Look at that beautiful height right there. Excellent. This bus is a triple double-decker. There are 6 beds in there to host a ton of small earthlings. Small muggles, perhaps. And so I wanted to show you that leaving Florida after tomorrow, and we're back to Cleveland for our beautiful U.S. real estate investing journey. So this is the deal reveal, where sometimes we showcase properties that we're in, sometimes we have properties that are for sale, opportunities that you can buy, deals that you're looking to buy, that you're submitting. This is an opportunity just to showcase deals that are happening in the community and to get some live feedback on them. So that's what this deal is all about. But there's so much more than just the deal reveal happening in the JK brand right now. As you know, since January, we completed the New Year's Revolution program, the basically setting your goals for the year. We have the entrepreneurship that is still setting sail every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern. It's basically our morning call together where we focus on health, wealth, and abundance. We have already gone through the master negotiation program and multifamily manifestation all since January. And the next one up in the list, which is going to be at the end of the month, is the Millionaire Mindset Miracle. So if you have any questions about anything going on in the JK brand right now, feel free to reach out to one of our success strategists. You can email us info@nowfortomorrow.club, or just join us on Facebook. There are guides that explain everything we do. So today's deal reveal, as usual, we're getting excited. We're going to analyze the deal lightning quick to see if there's an opportunities for some much better cash flow than in your market. So today's deal reveal, I had to put it together really quickly, and I apologize for the person who submitted this deal originally. So I just have a mystery shopper here, but this is a real deal that an accepted offer was accepted today. Okay, well, technically yesterday, but it was confirmed that it's today. It was confirmed today by the buyer. And so this is a property in Cleveland. And for those of you who've been following the deal reveals this year, you've heard a lot of the key to freedom. This is another key to freedom opportunity that a member of the community is going to take action on. And so if you're interested, pay close attention, because this one, well, maybe not this one, but the next one could be yours, okay? So a little bit of context here. It is a duplex that the seller was asking, a duplex in Cleveland, that was advertised as a 2 bedrooms on each side. They were asking 75,000. Okay, and get this, the original offer that was put in was 52,000 cash. The seller came back. The seller countered at 50,000. It was accepted, and inspections are going to be underway in the next week. All right, but they were asking 75. A cash offer at 52 was presented, and they countered at 50. Okay, that is what happened. Okay, so let's go see if this works in our Key to Freedom program here. Okay, so start our counter. Here we go. we put in our address and we can go to, say, I don't know, realtor.com. Let's go there first today. Realtor.com to get a sense of what this property is worth. Okay, so this is a duplex, and so it is a residential 1 to 4 unit. And so we see that it was for sale for 75 and they dropped it by 7. That's why it says 68 here. And the accepted offer is at 50 now. Advertised as a 4-2, so a 2-2 duplex. We see it's pretty close to the lake. All right, it's pretty close to Lake Erie, multifamily. It's got some age. It's been on the market for quite some time, and that's why it seems like the seller is very motivated to sell this property. If we go into the real estimate here, we have that this property, according to these 3 property evaluation softwares, it's worth around 75,000. But if we just back it up a little bit, CoreLogic even said it might be worth up to 112. So if you're reading right on here on this left side of the screen, if I just go back, because yes, they base it based on the listing price quite a bit, but we basically have some estimations. It might be worth 75, might be worth around 80, maybe even up to 112, based on the realtor information here, realtor.com. I could also go to Zillow and see what the Zestimate is about. So let's go to the Zestimate here. All right, and we do see right off the pictures here, the gutters, the roof may be a concern and so forth. So this is not a turnkey property like some of the other Key to Freedom properties that we were looking at this year, but nonetheless, it's a duplex for $50,000. And so you can see the bottom unit is rather clean and nice, very little to do. And then the upper unit is the one that needs a little bit more love. Actually, there's already been a walkthrough on the property. Mechanicals and basement are good and dry, so all that is fantastic. And we actually learned that this is an up-down duplex, and the upper unit actually has a 3rd floor attic, a finished attic with 2 extra rooms, which could be in our Key to Freedom short-term rental space, a games room as well. So we've got some extra space to maybe put some ping pong table or foosball or whatever we want up there. So that's really interesting as well. So it's really, it's even potentially a 6-2, 4 bedrooms on the up and 2 on the lower, which can make this really interesting. So at 50,000, likely there's $25,000 worth of work in here. So it's a little bit more of a project than our turnkey. So are we buying at a discount? We went here to look at the Zestimate. The Zestimate actually says 64, and so most likely this is not buying at a discount given the work that needs to be put in the deal. So that's one of our golden rules: buy at a discount. The second golden rule is buy cash flow. So let's take a look at the cash flow side of this property. We're going to go to Rentometer. We're going to go see what a 2-bedroom, 1 bath rents for in this area. Okay, we're about at 800, 775, 800 here. So on the lower side of rent, but we'll look at the proximity to the lake here. All right, there's also the Beachland Ballroom Tavern, which is a little local music music gig in the Euclid, North Collingwood area. Now, for those of you who don't know, the North Collingwood area is really street by street. I happen to have driven by this property, and I give it a thumbs up for its street. But for those who are completely out of state, you would need to be careful in North Collingwood in general. But this is a property that that basically has a thumbs up at this point for me. So we have a 2-bedroom that would rent for 800. Let's just go see what a 3-bedroom rents for. Closer to the 900 to 1,000, and a 4-bedroom for 1,000 to 1,100. So let's basically take the 2 and the 3-bedroom numbers, or let's even be conservative and keep our 2-bedroom numbers in there and see what we have. So with a 2-bedroom at 800, say, so we got 2 units at 800, that's 1,600 a month coming in, 12 months a year, so there's 19,000. We are in Cleveland here, and so I can easily put my 55% rule, right, to basically estimate how much this property is going to generate in cash flow if I bought it cash, no mortgage. So about a little over $10,000 a year of cash flow off this purchase. If we buy it for 50 and put 25 into it, say we're in it for 75,000, right? We're basically at a 14 cap, okay? So we're paying probably right around market value after the renovations, and we're getting a 14 cap based on conservative long-term rent numbers. That's what we're looking at here. So at this point, you can already start, let me know if this is a deal or no deal for you based on what's being said. But I've already hinted you in the direction that this is a potential Key to Freedom property. And why is that? Because an active member of the Key to Freedom could literally live in one side of this duplex and short-term rent the other side. AZ says it's a deal, right? But someone from the Key to Freedom could live in one side and short-term rent the other. This is what's interesting. We're close to the lake. That the up duplex, the up side of the duplex has 2 bedrooms plus 2 extra rooms, which we can convert to some game rooms and really attract our short-term rentals guests to that property. So that opens up a whole other avenue here where we can go on AirDNA and we can go check out what type of numbers. That's right. There's extra potential on those extra bedrooms. Now, we could put in extra beds in there, or we could, put amenities in those extra rooms for extra appeal to the property. So let's go put in this property here. For some reason, it notices it as a 5-bedroom, 2-bath, and that would generate 51,000 a year. But that's not what we're talking about, right? We're really talking about a 2-bedroom, 1-bath that would sleep. Typically 2 more than double the number of bedrooms is what we aim. So if one side of that duplex generates 20,000 a year, that would be one thing. What if we add in another bedroom in there? Let's play with our numbers and see what we have. Pretty much the same numbers. 4-bedroom, because we're just playing around with our numbers to seeing what the market has. So pretty much 20,000 across the board here on an average. What could be interesting is to look at the top properties and see what the top properties in that zip code are doing. So let's take a look at the zip code 44110. So I can definitely put in 44110. And look at what some of the top properties are doing in this area. Not incredible, actually, right? 15,000s. Lots of reviews though off these. Lots of small properties. Nothing big happening here. Interesting. Okay, so let's run with the numbers that we had. 22,000. It almost looks, but don't forget, this is one side of that duplex, right? I'm running these on the spot here. So let's go back to our rentalizer. Five bedrooms seem to be good, but that's not what we're talking about. Okay, let's go back to here. Market average numbers at 22,000. So if one side of the duplex is running at 22,000, and we use our 50% rule for short-term rentals, about 11,000. So you remember when we ran the long-term numbers, we were pretty much at 10,000, 11,000, but that was considering both sides of the duplex. In our Key to Freedom, we have one member in it overseeing the other side, and just that one side is generating about 11,000 a year. And that tenant is also paying for rent to the owner, to the passive investor of the program. So to this 11,000, the renter is going to pay a little bit above market rent, so about 11,000 a month. So the property would bring in right around $20,000 a year to the passive investor. And the Key to Freedom member, the active member, is going to eventually buy the property in a couple of years. So hopefully I didn't lose too many of you in the explanation here, but for those who are joining every week, there's the passive member who's using just their capital and getting a good return. And then there's the active member who eventually wants to buy the property themselves, but they may not have the down payment to do it right now, so they're willing to put in the sweat equity. Yes, of course, you have an active, you have an investor who could short-term rent both sides out, right? And that's another strategy for this property. But basically, if this property is bringing in about 20,000 net a year, and all in, it was 75 to buy, renovate, and maybe another 25 to furnish, because now we're in the short-term rental space. Say we're in for about 100,000. This is a 20% cap rate, a 20 cap, with this particular strategy at hand. And so for you, is it worth it for you? Is this a deal or no deal to buy a property for basically market value? This one needs a little bit of work compared to the other ones that we saw, but we're entering into a 20 cap property. Your money's working and making 20% year after year. Is this a deal or no deal for you? All right, so let's hear what you have to say. I'll remind you that this is a property that's already under contract and about to be inspected. So if there's any major renovations beyond what I mentioned, well, that might change the deal. But for you right now, with the information at hand, is this a deal? Long-term rents would basically result in a 14 cap, but there's a strategy to bring it up to a 20 potentially. Deal or no deal? The benefit, what's really nice with this particular opportunity is that, well, the long-term numbers work. And so if for whatever reason, you know, the short terms don't work, or the Key to Freedom doesn't work, or if, right, worst case, apocalypse situation, you can always convert it back to long terms and get a 14 cap, which is good. It's great any day of the week. But more than that, if it doesn't work, the properties are already furnished, right? And so forget getting 800 a month on these properties. You can easily get 1,000 a month on both sides, 12 months a year, easily. All right. And then we can basically re-put our numbers in here and see that for the capital that we committed to the property, well, ultimately you get a 15 cap at the end of the day. So your backup plan is still a 15 cap, and you don't have to worry about removing furniture or anything. You can just rent it furnished and comfortably keep it at your 15 cap, even though you invested more capital than what you would have normally for long-term tenants. So that is the deal for today, a duplex for $50,000 with an opportunity to make a 15 cap with a 14, 15 cap with up to 20 actually with the Key to Freedom program. So hopefully you enjoyed. That is the deal reveal. I got a quiet bunch. There's lots of people in the room today, but a quiet bunch. So it's nice to see you here, Adam and AZ and Brad and Chris and Galaxy A5 and Galaxy S8 and Juju or Gugu, I'm not sure, Gunnar, Kim, Peter, Rocco. Nice to have you all, everyone here, Tanvir, all of you. Adam says it's a deal. Fantastic. So go find you more deals like this. We want to bring more deals, real deals to you. So if this is of interest to you, reach out, tell us you're interested in buying properties like these, because we are putting a ton of offers out. Our community is putting a ton of offers out, and some people want to be active, some people want to be passive. Let's just get some deals done. So that is the deal reveal, key to freedom for this week. And that's it. That is it. So have yourself a most wonderful evening. For those of you joining us in the Premium Mastery call in about half an hour, we'll see you there. We'll be discussing the topic of today is, do you want debt investor partners or equity investor partners? What are the pros and cons of bringing in, private mortgage holders, private money as mortgage holders, or private money as partners in your deal? So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Oh, and I forgot almost to say, but we had an amazing weekend this weekend that just passed here in Florida. We welcomed our community members into our Magical Muggles mansion. We want to redo this experience in the future. And the next opportunity to not miss the bus is going to be in April for our epic blueprint in Florida. So another opportunity to come see the Magical Muggles. That'll be in April. And so keep your ears open, and because there will be more and more messages on Facebook inviting you to this particular event to learn. And once again, we're going to show properties here in Florida that you can take action on to grow your portfolio. So that's our blueprint, and that's our deal reveal. So have a great evening, and we'll see you very soon. Take care.
Don't wait for tomorrow.